Good afternoon, my name is Jimena, and today we are going to explore the topic of bodies in transit, health, identity, and power in migratory process. This being reflection number 9 based on two reading for the migration and health class. The erratic B highway and Spitzer address from different angles share issues, the relationships between migration and health, analyzing how migratory process influences the behaviors, access, and health outcomes of migrant population. Heidegger focused her work on the healthy views of migration and the structural and social factors that shaped him. Her text this laments the idea that health problems among migrants are the result of individuality choice. Instead, she connects them to living conditions, work, environments, discrimination, economic insecurity, and institutional barriers to migrants face in host country. She also points out how health systems often produce inequality by failing to adapt to culturally diverse population and by operating under exclusionary logic based on migration status, language, or racial bias. It's based on the other hand uses an international approach framework that helps explain how multiple axes of oppression, such as gender, race, class, sexual orientation, nationality, or immigration status, interacts to produce a unequal experience of inequality. She connects migration health to the political and economic context of globalization, particularly to liberalism and the feminization of migration. Spitzer explains that many migrant women work in caregiving, cleaning, or domestic labor under precarious conditions without social protection and with exhausting schedules and of which negatively affects uh, their physical um, and mental health. Both readings share a central idea: the health of migration cannot be analyzed through a traditional biomedical lens but must be understood through a broader lens that includes social determinants of health and structures of power that perpetuate inequality. Migration is a present not only as a geographical movement but as a deeply social and political process connected to justice, human rights, and health equality. 2. Was anything unclear or confusion to you? Why? Unclear or confusion aspects on one of the most complex aspects to grasp was the practical application of the international approach described by Spencer. Although the concept it seems is clear, recognizing inequality intersects rather that act separately understand how to translate into public policy or empirical research in science. For example, how can one observability measure the simultaneous effects of gender, race, and class on a migrant woman's health? Spears invited realistic to consider the intersections would leverage open the methodical question of how to effectively analyze team. It was also initially confused to fully understand the link between liberalism, globalization, and health. The authors explained that neoliberal policies may prioritize the economic over social welfare, creating structural inequalities that directly affects migrants, yet it take a deeper reflection to connect macroeconomics policy decisions to something as tangible as stress, depression, or workplace endings. Eventually, I understand that liberalism creates precarity, big weakens public service and safety nets, which directly narrated people, health, and well-being. Another challenge concept was the idea of the different stakes of the migration process and how each state impacts health. However, notes that pre-migration experiences such as poverty or armed conflict can have cumulative effects that combined with post-migration change. This concept of the accumulative story of the body struck me as complex yet powerful, and migration health reflection on exterior trajectory shaped by multiple social contexts. What was new to you and did it change how you think about or perceive things? Before reading this text, I tended to view migration mainly from an economic or cultural perspective, thinking about remittation, integration, or cultural adaptation. However, it is reading helping me understand that migration must also be analysis through the lens of public health and social justice. The authors show that the conditions under which a person migrates lives and work has a direct impact on the physical and mental health, and that these conditions are not individuality traits but the result of the road to social structures. I learned that health is a mirror of one social position. For instance, migration women working on caring or domestic labor system families and economics would often at the expense of their own well-being. Short stress in relation overweight and lack of medical care represents an invisible form of structural violence. These readings also respect my understanding of the migration body. I realized that the body is not merely a site of disease but a living record of social inequalities. Fatigue, injury, or emotional disorder are not just medical symptoms and they are practical evidence of how global systems of labor and power affect human lives. This made me appreciate the strength and resilience of migration community, especially women who, despite living in precarious conditions, developed strength to supervise, resist, and care for others. Was there anything you would like to explore further or learn more about? Wait, wait. After reading these works, I become interested in exploring how healthcare system could adapt to be more inclusive of migration population. I want to understand which health models have success incorporation cultural and linguistic diversity and how countries can reduce variations as fear of deportation or institutional discrimination. I would also like to study the physical impact of migration, particularly among women and children. The authors mentions that chronic stress Loneliness and legal insecurity can lead to anxiety, depression, and other mental health conditions. In will be evaluated to examine coping mechanisms and the role of community support networks that help migration maintain resiliency in the face of adversity. Another area I wish to explore further is the role of healthcare professionals and how they could integrate intentionally into daily practice. This will require or not only theatrical training but also a cultural and ethical shift toward empathy and social awareness. Understanding health terms, a broader social lens is essential for providing care that is not only effective but also just and compassionate. Mm, Give at least one specific example of an aspect or experience in your personal professional life related to the main topic shown in the documentary. In my personal experience, I have met migrant individuals whose life closely reflects the realities described me by Hayawara and Spitzer. I know women will have migrated to provide for their families but no face long working hours, little job security, and deep emotional loneliness. Many of them neglect their own health, either out of fear on scanning care due to their immigration status or because they prioritize sending money home over self-care. This experience have helped me understand what the authors describe as the embodiment of inequality, how economic, social, and legal conditions are literally written on the body. Physical pain, insomnia, fatigue, anxiety, and malnutrition are not merely medical issues, but um, bodily expression of structural exclusion and precarious living. From a personal perspective, this realization reflects the need for intersectional and human-centered approaches in healthcare and public policy. Health professionals must move beyond treating disease to understand the context that produces linked migrants' health is not only a medical issue but a reflection of only a medical issue but reflection of how societies included or excluded certain groups. Ultimately, this reading left me with a provincial conviction is to talk about migrants' health is to talk about human rights. There can be no genuine well-being with exclusion and inequality persisting. Understanding this has made me more aware, empathetic, and critical of how injustice permanences against the system meant to protect life and dignity. My name is Jimena Rosalcedo. Thank you.